Hey everyone, Marco Arroyo here. I make music under the name Goodbye Beautiful, and I'm also happy to say that I am the co-producer, co-engineer, mixer, bassist, drummer, and guitarist on the album Unlovable by Meg Baier, coming out July 14th with a release show on the 20th. I'm going to do a deep dive into the song Love, featuring one of my all-time favorite people, Tara Craig. If you don't care about how the song is made or the creative process, you could skip to the end. There's going to be a full album quality version of the song. With that, let's go ahead and get started. Got some real nice piano going on. Had to run it through the distressor to give it a little bit more oomph.
Love isn't easy, isn't patient, isn't kind. Love is a feeling that dissolves over time.
So that first verse is all Meg, with the choir parts coming from Tara, probably a mixture of several tracks with some reverb. It's kind of a common theme throughout the entire song. Let me go and just solo those.
That dissolves over time. Love is a virtue, is a verb.
Yeah, so really nice texture. Let's go ahead and bounce over to the first chorus. So you can hear the drums are real basic, but Tara's starting to join in on that chorus. When we start the second verse, one of the things about working on this album is Tara's recording in Washington, Meg's doing it in Arizona, and I'm doing it in Texas. To save time, Tara recorded 20 plus versions of her vocal tracks to kind of account for any possible scenario that we would run into. And one thing that I ran into really early on was that their vocals were in conflict. They were trying to sing over each other, and I made the suggestion of, hey, maybe Tara just does the second verse on her own. Meg loved it, and I think it really adds to the song and really shows the collaboration between two really long-time friends and that trust that they have to make sure that the song will get what it needs. So let's go ahead and play that second verse with Tara.
Still it injects you and infects your sweetheart. How I have loved you like a vow we depart. Once I have touched you, some magic ignites. I'll never let you.
Yeah, throughout that, Meg has some really great harmonies that really kind of accent what it is that Tara's doing. So let me just isolate that real quick.
Your sweetheart, how I have loved you like a vow we depart.
Sounds amazing with those two. Again, I think being longtime friends, there's a lot of trust and a lot of knowledge about what the other person sounds like. So let's go over to the second chorus. So it's mostly piano there. There are some guitars along with the drums. Let me isolate to see what it is that I'm doing here. So just a nice sustained chord. Kind of a volume swell thing. And this is where the song's going to get really fun. The way this came to me is just piano, vocals, Tara's ideas, and a click track. I added drums, and throughout the entire process of making the album, Meg gave me a lot of creative freedom, and sometimes just encouraged me to go a little crazy. I think this is a really great song of what creative trust and kind of that back and forth will provide, because this part is definitely not something that was probably expected for this album. So let me go ahead and play this. So those guitars probably coming through an AC30 and a Telecaster, super dirty. The lead part kind of reminds me of an Oasis song, but don't tell Noel that. One of my favorite parts about recording is there's some things in there that you just never would have expected. Let me solo these tracks. They're called whoop tracks. So one of them's a little cleaner, one of them has a ton of delay. And I'll play the whole thing. They're very low in the mix, but they add a really interesting dynamic. That's love. Stay with us for the whole audio from the album. Remember, check out the links to pre-order the vinyl, where to stream her, where to follow her, do all that other fun stuff to help support her. Again, pleasure working with her, and always fun to work with Tara Craig.
Love isn't easy, isn't patient, isn't kind. Love is a feeling that dissolves over time. Love is a virtue, is a verb, is a lie. Love's out to get you, crave a permanent high. Oh, love. Oh, 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 love. Oh, love. Oh, 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 love. Still it injects you and infects your sweetheart. never seems to stay.